beside of me.
Hey guys, Biolizard1 here, and today I'm going to bring you a Wi-Fi battle against DarkLightDragon. This is one of my best friends on YouTube, and this is actually the first person I battled on Wi-Fi ever. So yeah, we had decided to have a UU match here. I'm using the same team as I did in my previous battle. She's great at UU, which you will see in this battle. I started off with a Torterra, she starts off with an Espeon. I have battled her before, so I know that it's this awful double screen Espeon, which is really effective against me. So I just decide to stay in, but she goes into Swallow. I know that Swallow can do a thing against my Aggron, so I switch into Aggron and go for a stab head smash, predicting a switch on her part, but actually she has nothing to bring in safely against this Aggron. So I know that, I realize that after a couple of turns, which brings me to this point of the match where I go Rock Polish, because at this point where she did not switch out into somewhat a wall or something else on her team, I thought that I would be able to get off an Aggron sweep because she basically had nothing to switch into. But now she goes into Dunsparce, and I was predicting the fake out. However, she goes for a Mach Punch, and Mach Punch is super effective, but I thought that with my great defenses I would be able to live at least one and get off a rock hit, but that didn't happen. So now I go into my physical wall and my special defensive wall, Executor, but she brings out her Absol straight away. That is something I don't want to see against my Executor, because Absol is usually physically, but this Absol is actually a special attacker, so I have to switch out. I switch out into my Hydra, who is my Milotic, and Milotic has such a great special defense, and yeah, I know that it can take anything that this Absol throws at me. So basically now I can recover stall her. I was predicting a switch actually, but she didn't. She just went for another Dark Pulse, and that's fine with me, because at this point I can just stay in here and try to toxic stall it the entire time by just easily going for a recover. At this point, I just decided to go for a stab surf because I thought it would do a great amount of damage, and I was predicting the toxic to kill her off on this turn. However, that does not happen because she barely survives with the poison here. So I just decide to go for a recover, expecting the poison to kill her off on the very next turn. So I go for it, and that is great for me because now Milotic is back at full health, and that's just perfect. Now I'm predicting some sort of Thunder Wave or some sort of Thunderbolt, because it's stab and it's basically the best thing this Manectric can do against my Hydra, against my special defensive Milotic. However, I go into my Torterra, dodging it perfectly, and I go for a Choice Scarf Earthquake. She didn't predict that because many people don't predict the Choice Scarf on this Torterra. And now I was predicting a Close Combat or some other move, so I go into my Mismagius to dodge any attacking move coming from this Hitmontop pretty easily. But Hitmontop goes for a Bullet Punch, goes for a Bulk Up first and then a Bullet Punch, and after one Bulk Up that's going to do a lot actually. Here I was predicting another Bullet Punch. I was predicting me to survive that because it's after the lefties I would have been able to survive, and I do. So now I go for a Destiny Bond, which means that she can't attack me on this turn unless she wants to lose her Hitmontop this early in the game. So now I'm pretty sure that I can get a Stab Shadow Ball off on anything because she has to switch at this point. And she goes into Absol pretty much as a Death Father, and that's what happens, so that's one dead Absol. Now she goes into Esparoba again, and I was going for the Destiny Bonds. However, she goes for a Stab Psychic, and that is definitely going to finish me off. Now she's going to set up her dual screens like I told in the beginning of this match, and I'm just going to go for a Stab Woodhammer. Stab Woodhammer after Reflect actually does a lot, and now she's going to set up her second screen, which is a light screen, and I'm simply going to take her out with another Woodhammer. Espion may have died on this turn, however she has set up double screen, which isn't too great for me. She goes into Dunsparce again, and I don't want to take close combat to the face, so I go out into my Milotic, and I know that I can go for a Toxic on this Milotic, because I can't do a lot against this Hitmontop. And she goes for the originally move Rock Smash with the Technician. It does a lot actually, but here I'm just going to Toxic Stall him and wait for Hitmontop to be at the point where I can finish it off with Surf. But I know I can live one more move that this Hitmontop throws at me, so I can basically go for Recover, or so I thought. Hitmontop is going to get some more toxic damage, and I'm going to die to one Mach Punch, which is very well played by this by DarkLightDragon, because yeah, Hitmontop is really sweeping my team at this point. Here she goes for a Mach Punch because it's stab, however it's not very effective, and I'm going for a Synthesis, basically just because I want to stall out this Hitmontop. Now I know that I can survive probably anything that this Hitmontop throws at me, but I don't want to take the risk, and I just went for another Synthesis. However, here I was expecting a fire move on her part, but she goes for a Swords Dance, and after one Swords Dance, Blaziken is pretty much able to sweep any team. But yeah, I'm just going to go for a Sucker Punch because I really wanted to get damage on this Blaziken. And here I was hoping that Blaziken wouldn't have any priority moves, because I would be able to come in with Torterra, and Torterra would be a great revenge killer with Earthquake, being able to finish off as well Hitmontop as well as this Blaziken. So pretty much now I know the game is sealed, so that's a good game, DarkLightDragon. You brought me down to 2-0, nearly swept me with that Blaziken there, so good game, girl, really good game. Be sure to check her out. She's doing a Pokémon Red playthrough on her channel, that is, so be sure to check her out. The link to her channel will be in the video description. So now I'm going to ask about your favorite late game sweeper in the UU metagame. Last time I asked about your favorite setup sweeper, now it's about your late game sweeper. Mine is either my Torterra, because I really love this Torterra to be honest, or it is Miss Magius, because Miss Magius can be a great sweeper in the UU metagame, late game, sweeping things with a stab Shadow Ball. Also, a Choice Scarfed Hitmonlee or just a Life or Hitmonlee can be a great revenge killer as well, but just a great late game sweeper in the underused metagame. So what is your favorite late game sweeper in the underused metagame? Leave your answer as a reply to this video, and I'll see you next time. See you!